Welcome back. Back with another banger. It's the React Files. Hope you're having a good night. Let's get straight to it.
First day back from having a nice life. It's my honor to welcome three of the world's leading technology CEOs. Together, these world-leading technology giants are announcing the formation of Stargate. So put that name down in your books, because I think you're going to hear a lot about it in the future. A new American company that will invest $500 billion at least in AI infrastructure in the United States and very, very quickly, moving very rapidly, creating over 100,000 American jobs almost immediately. This monumental undertaking is a resounding declaration of confidence in America's potential under a new president. Let me be a new president. I didn't say it, they did. So I appreciate that, fellas. But it'll ensure the future of technology. What we want to do is we want to keep it in this country. China is a competitor and others are competitors. We want it to be in this country, and we're making it available. I'm going to help a lot through emergency declarations, because we have an emergency. We have to get this stuff built.
Shout outs and congratulations to Donald Trump. Things are moving fast. As you heard him say, it's an emergency. I guess my question is, what is AI infrastructure? Is it like mining farms for cryptocurrency? Are they going to be building parts and robots? I definitely want to learn more about this.
Breaking news, Donald Trump just announced Project Stargate. It's technology and artificial intelligence made in the United States. He said that this is a $500 billion AI investment that will create almost 100,000 jobs immediately. He said, quote, they have to produce a lot of electricity, and we'll make it possible for them to get that production done very easily and at their own plants if they want. Beginning immediately, Stargate will be building the physical and virtual infrastructure to power the next generation of advancements in AI, and this will include the construction of colossal data centers, very massive structures. In this press conference, he also touched on the price of goods and electricity and energy for Americans and said that he is working to make those prices come down almost immediately, and one of the ways he's doing that is drill, baby, drill. He also said when it comes to TikTok, he is considering Elon Musk as a buyer. As always, I want to hear what you think about all of this down below.
Right, so the Antarctica UFO retrieval footage just got a hell of a lot deeper, alright? For those of you that don't know, a bit of footage got released from Antarctica about a egg-shaped UFO retrieval, and this is it swinging here above a mountain range. You've got the long tether there, the object in question swinging back and forth here due to the air current, and the helicopter is travelling this direction, alright? I'm going to invert the footage. So inverting the footage here, we can see a bit clearer of the mountain range, the potential snow, and where this was filmed during the night, because it was filmed on night vision optics. So here's the object in question swinging back and forth. Unbelievable. This was filmed in the range of the Queen Elizabeth range near the McMurdo station, apparently. So here's the Queen Elizabeth range where this was filmed, and the helicopter was flying across towards the McMurdo station. And if you go onto Google Earth and zoom into this whole entire area, it's completely pixelated. You can't see nada, which is weird. And it's gonna get crazy, alright? So the person that identified the location of where this was filmed was the OP himself on 4chan, the anonymous poster. And you may ask why. Why are they posting on 4chan? Well, it's in the name. It's anonymous. It can't be traced, and it's just, that's it. So if you want to put anything encrypted and weird on there, 4chan's your place. And the footage in question was recorded by the UN Office for Outer Space Affairs, UNOOSA, apparently. It's right here, and this is what OP was talking about, right? Right, Antarctica is a major place of interest, and it goes all the way back to World War II. Even when the Nazi regime was about, everyone was all over this thing. And there's reports of UFOs, civilizations, crazy cave-like structures, all these madness things that are supposedly there and being uncovered. And there's a whole cloud shrouding around this area where people are just kind of like, especially government powers, are just like, no, don't worry about it, you know? So 2016, there was a major influx of celebrities that wanted to go to Antarctica all of a sudden. bit weird. And Buzz Aldrin went there, and apparently during his trip he posted a tweet that said, "We are all in danger, it is evil itself." And then apparently this tweet then got deleted. There's half and half here, right? Half of people are saying this is fake and doesn't exist, and the other half are saying that this is real, and people are basically saying they've proved it. But if you type in the tweet from Buzz Aldrin and have a look, you'll find all sorts of things. But it's interesting either way. And during 2020 and 2022, like in the last video, a Russian vessel went there, a research vessel, and apparently at some point retrieved some sort of strange off-world anomalous artifacts. What does that mean? I don't know. And if you go to the 4chan thread and just read through the whole entire thing, I'm going to put all the links down below, mate, it is kind of weird. I mean, you've got to kind of question some stuff. I mean, there's... I don't know. I mean, for this instance, on 4chan, someone asked, what were you doing in Antarctica in November 2022? The OP replied, retrieving an ancient artifact or technology. We found a live, non-human sentient being inside of a coffin-like pod. It wasn't using cryogenics, but it had kept the entity alive. Which sounds absolutely like something out of Stargate and mental, but I mean, given reports and all these sort of different things, and if you look at the thread and look at more what he's saying, bruh. And here's another little screenshot. So next question, when someone's asked him, who are you? Where did you get this video? Antarctica, November 2022. Did you take the video? No. And that's when I told you about the people that actually filmed it were this space affair affiliation type program. Why does it look extremely similar to the News Nation video? Same civilization and same purpose. And basically he's a little bit, keeping things a little bit discreet. So when it comes to the relation of the UFO object in question, he says this thing seems to be of ancient origin. There is no way of getting inside of it, but it seems to be hollow. It's not that heavy, the material is unknown, but it's some kind of metal, right? So again, is this the element thing that Bob Lazar was talking about, of element 115, I think it's called, but quote me if I'm wrong. But this is a element that we know exists, but can't quite fabricate or materialize, you know? And then he goes on to say that he worked for the Department of Defense, same task force J. Barber, no, seems to be of ancient origin, there is no way of getting inside of it, right, and that's basically what we said. And if I move to the side, why did you put civilization in quotes? What was found inside the cave was more like a military base than a civilization. I don't know what these non-human entities were doing. This place was abandoned. And then here's another little bit, but mate, it goes on for ages, so just go onto the 4chan thread and read through this stuff, alright? Just read this. Got any proof of documentation has actually happened besides the video? No, right? Bit of an issue, but I mean, read through it. I mean, on a historical level, Antarctica had amazing rainforests about 90 million years ago, and then previously to that, which is, humanoids have been on this planet for probably about, 7 million years in recorded history of what we discovered, but we don't know. We really don't know much before that, civilization-wise. Like, I mean, every day or to every week to every month, there's something coming up which kind of then disproves someone's previous thought process on civilization and the history of life. But yeah, who knows what the hell's there? Antarctica's a big grey area. There's all sorts of theories flying around, I don't know, man. Mate, just go look into it. You guys have a read. You let me know what you think. But, I mean, apparently there's more stuff to come, and it's going to be released. Stay tuned.
Wow, life feels like a movie right now. Absolutely. Everything feels like Stargate. Shout out to Interstellar Discussion.
$500 billion for something called Project Stargate. That is the big news in AI today. And Sam Altman is smiling and happy at the White House.
Together, these world-leading technology giants are announcing the formation of Stargate, a new American company that will invest $500 billion at least.
This is to build out the data centers and the infrastructure to create what we know as AGI and maybe even more ASI. Now, obviously, for the president, this was a chance to do something on his first day that seems like a very big deal, and it is. And for Larry Ellison from Oracle, the head of SoftBank, and Sam Altman, it was a chance to shout out the fact that they have pushed through something very big in the AI space. space. Why is this needed? AI is already starting to run out of compute, meaning there needs to be a lot more chips and a lot more space to do this stuff on. If anything, this is huge news for NVIDIA and people who hold NVIDIA stock, because this means there's going to be a lot more spending on AI chips in general. This is a geopolitical issue. This is a big thing because there is a race right now between China and the US for AI superiority, and whichever one gets to it first is going to have a pretty big leg up. One thing that's interesting about this is OpenAI clearly has been leading this charge, but you don't see Google, Meta, or Anthropic in this at all. Sam Altman found his way to be there on day one.
I think it'll be an exciting project. I think we'll be able to do all of the wonderful things that these guys talked about. But the fact that we get to do this in the United States is I think, wonderful.
We'll have more on this week's episode of the show, so be sure to tune in and stick around for that.
Well, this definitely helps with clarifying what's going on. Shout outs to AI for Humans show. Like he said, it's crazy how Sam got straight to the front of the line. I really feel this is going to be monumental.
The benefits of this tremendously outweigh the downsides. We have to be responsible how we do this. We have to build it carefully. But I think people are really good, and people will do, on balance, incredible things with this technology. The scale of this investment obviously is huge, and what I think that says about the likely progress of the technology, at least what all of us believe, is correspondingly huge. But I have enormous faith we'll figure it out.
And the first one in Texas?
First one in Texas. Already going.
Yes. And that's a big project. Masa, I want to ask you about money and public-private partnerships. Before President Biden left in his farewell address, he expressed concern or warnings over an oligarchy, the fact that guys with a lot of money would have a lot of influence on policy. You guys obviously have a lot of money, but you're putting it together with President Trump. How do you respond to that criticism about big money and its influence in U.S. government?
Well, for the better humanity of our future, we need big capital to invest into the project. You know, we cannot do it with the small money. We have to do the big investment for the good of humanity.
And it creates jobs.
Yeah, create lots of jobs.
Larry, why on this day one do you think you decided to do this? I assume you've been working on it for a long time.
We have been working on it for a long time. The first data centers are actually under construction in Texas already, and we'll be turning them over to Sam to start training their next model. The data center we already built, it was the largest computer ever built. The data center we're building will surpass it and be the largest computer ever built, which enables this AI, which will allow personalized medicine. This is going to touch all of us. Yes, it takes a huge investment, but the result of the investment will be vaccines that prevent cancers, personalized medicine, where we never again run into a problem like COVID-19 before, because we get an early warning. We know when COVID starts, when there are a handful of patients, rather than having to wait until it's become an epidemic and very difficult to control. This is a very large investment that affects all of humanity.
Can I ask the three of you just really quickly to get a sense of where you see the economy? There seems to be this optimism, or like the yoke is being released as far as regulation and business to flourish. Is that fair? Is that a fair assessment? How do you see it?
I think so.
This is the beginning of golden age. You know, America will be great again.
You're using the president's words.
Yes.
He's got
yes.
You said you were going to invest, $100 billion. He said, come back with $200 billion.
The thing about Musk is you can always negotiate him up.
You can always get him up. Now you're $500 billion.
Yes.
And you think more's coming?
Yes.
Gentlemen, thank you for standing out in the
much.
cold. We look forward to seeing what you all produce. Thank you, Brett.
Thank you very much.
Shout out to Fox News and Brett Baer. This was a great interview, to hear them speak and him asking some great questions. I can't lie, this is a good sell, I'm sold on the medicine part, personalized medicine and the prevention of crazy things happening in the future again. But can you imagine the world's biggest computer?
This is how Donald Trump is going to save Japan. So it was just announced that Donald Trump has launched Project Stargate, which is an AI initiative between SoftBank, OpenAI, and Oracle. Now, SoftBank is a conglomerate in Japan, which is investing $100 billion into the project. Now, with this new deal in place, they really need this because this brings more jobs, relaxed regulations, and tax benefits. Not to mention, with Trump's tariffs in place, we're going to see a lot of Japanese investment, but it's already started. A Japanese company by the name of Telenet has just established an AI-powered call center in Las Vegas. Now, these AI-powered chatbots are going to be handling routine calls, while the human agents are going to be handling more complex tasks, which means the more money that we make, the more money that they make. Because you have to remember, the biggest holders of U.S. debt besides China is Japan. Now, 2025 has been deemed the best year to travel to Japan because of the 30-year low of the Japanese yen. And I'm seeing this thing in real time, you guys. I've had meals here that are $6, $5, even $4. Yes, you guys, they really have Mario Kart here, so that's a thing. But like I said before, you guys, AI is here to stay. Reskill now, but let me know what you guys think about all this down below.
Shout out to Maverick Approach. Shout out to Japan. They got the Mario Karts out there in the street. So Japan definitely like a cool city. I feel like I'm being sold right now. Like, yo, it's like one big ad. Like, life is an ad. It's a movie filled with ads.
So Trump just announced the Stargate project, and this is where all the big heavy hitters are coming together. Investing over $500 billion in the next 4 years, $100 billion immediately. Like I said, all the big heavy hitters. We got SoftBank, OpenAI, Oracle, MGX, and on the technological side, we got ARM, Microsoft, NVIDIA, Oracle again. I mean, if you aren't focused on AI infrastructures and creating AI agents, I know AI agents is being thrown around and people are using it incorrectly, but if you could really focus in on AI, the AI revolution, it's here. If you can focus on that, it's infinite. Literally infinite returns on anything, personal and business. All the business workflows are going to be changing, all the personal ones as well. You could have a personal AI assistant like that. So if you want to learn, follow.
Yeah, I feel like we about to be living like the Jetsons. Shout out to Adrian Praska. I definitely agree. Right now, AI is limitless.
All right, listen up, because this is wild. Project Stargate. You probably heard of it, right? No? Well, buckle up. Oh my God, why are you bringing up some old debunks? Because that whistleblower Jake said they use psionics, or as I like to call it, psychic power. Sounds better if you ask me. Back in the 70s, the CIA dumped millions into this secret program. They got people to sit in a room, meditate, and then ta-da, they're seeing stuff. Any place, anytime. Mars, secret underground bases. That's where Pat Price comes in. Well, who's Pat Price? I'm getting there. Pat Price was one of their star remote viewers. Gave him some coordinates, told him to describe what he saw. He starts talking about death and file cabinets, just really super specific stuff. The researchers are sitting there like, what's this guy going on about? He's supposed to be looking at something totally different. And they realized they gave him the wrong coordinates. Oh boy was out here spying on top secret underground bases nobody even knew about. And they just let that slide, Mr. Paintbrush guy? No. When his report went up, people started knocking, wanting to know how this freaking Fruit Loop was described, classifying into he shouldn't have access to. The charges got dropped, but not long after he conveniently had a heart attack. So what's this got to do with today? Think about it. The U.S. military spent decades throwing money at psychic experiments. Why? It worked, at least sometimes. And now we've got whistleblowers talking about psychic abilities, how they talk to UFOs and control them. Does any of this seem off to you? Like, a lot of weird stuff is coming out that never would have come out before. It's like they're prepping us for something, and I don't know what it is, but I feel like something's about to happen. I just figured I'd throw that out there, see what you all thought about it, because I think it's kind of suspicious.
Shout out to Jake Does Stuff. He's right, there was an experiment. It makes me think of JK Ultra.
Please tell me that you just heard what the big guy just announced. He just announced $500 billion with all the AI oligarch to Project Stargate. This while all the planetary bodies are aligning as we speak for tonight over the next few weeks. Do you know what a Stargate is? Do you really know? It's about to get real. Another egg UAP was just leaked on 4chan, and they're finding Egyptian hieroglyphics in this egg. It gets stranger. I asked AI hypothetically, how could we open up a Stargate? Do you know how all the whistleblowers are constantly talking about how these UAPs spend a lot of time over nuclear reactors? Unleashing immense energy perhaps from a controlled fusion reaction. Very interesting. Let's keep going. Advanced particle accelerators. Perhaps a massive, powerful particle accelerator could generate conditions that allow for a brief glimpse in a higher dimension. That is so familiar, you wanna know why? You know the biggest particle accelerator we have right now? You know the name, right? And it's put right over the Temple of Apollo. You know the Temple of Apollo was chosen because it's on a ley line, and that ley line makes it easier for them to kind of hack into higher dimensions? This right here is right off of OpenAI's website. You know how one of their ex-employees passed away recently? And there's this whole big controversy over what happened? I really do wonder what happened. I mean, 500 billion into this project while this right here is going on. And at the same time, they're having breakthroughs with the James Webb Space Telescope, with all these different orbs, all this new crazy stuff popping up, especially those crazy UAPs over the Gulf. Where the crazy weather's coming from. Is it possible we've already opened the door to other dimensions? Well, you do remember the night of the swearing in, we saw this in the sky, which looked like an egg with the serpent wrapping around, being the cosmic egg, which Aleister Crowley was told about by Lamb, the demon buddy he summoned. And I made that video that when this egg is opened, then everything is going to drastically change. And whether this is real or fake doesn't matter, because we've been seeing this in the sky everywhere. The merit of this specific video is irrelevant. Like, come on, you guys, if that spaceship broke in space, it'd all fall to the ground and not horizontal to the ground. It would not stay bright the way it did. The amount of spiritual things caught in the sky is just unreal. We are on the precipice of something massive like we have never ever seen before. Please tell me y'all are starting to understand everything lining up with itself. You know things are about to get so real when all this money is being funneled while all these things happen coincidentally at the same exact time. Wake up.
Boy, he packed a lot into that one. Shout out to the Real Moon Henry. I definitely agree. If it was something that burst in the sky because of gravity, wouldn't it just fall to the ground and not continue to go horizontally across the sky? Maybe I'm the one that's missing something here.
Elon Musk has blasted his critics for needing better dirty tricks as he defended an awkward hand gesture that some have likened to a salute. Musk took to X to defend himself, stating that the everyone is Hitler attack is so tired. The Anti-Defamation League, an organization founded to combat anti-Semitism that has criticized Musk in the past, also rushed to his defense, saying it appears that he made an awkward gesture in a moment of enthusiasm, not a salute. The ADL also noted that Trump's inauguration was a delicate moment, and that politics are inflamed, but urged all sides to offer each other a bit of grace and perhaps even the benefit of the doubt.
I'm probably gonna catch some heat for this, and I don't give a damn because it's some bullshit. Pisses me the fuck off.
We have some extremely scary news right now. Elon Musk just went on stage at the Capital One Arena and did a Nazi salute to the crowd. It's only a 1-second clip because it was that fast. A lot of people missed this.
Nah, Aaron, it was only that fucking fast because you fucking cut it that fast. Otherwise, you couldn't peddle your bullshit propaganda. I'm sure your account's protected. They probably won't like me correcting you, and I don't give a fuck. I love how innocent you pretend to be. You knew what you were doing. That entire segment was like 5 minutes long. This is honestly damn shameful from you all. Under the guise of breaking news. The only breaking news here is how uneducated everybody is when it comes to disorders of the fucking spectrum. Signed a pissed off nurse. Organizations that fight anti-Semitism have even come out in Elon Musk's defense, calling you all out, acknowledging this wasn't Yahtzee symbolism. But you still made that money though. That's what damn mattered. You know what? You get your bag. I hope it's worth it. Bullying somebody with autism. Elon will be just fine. Sleeping on a bed of money. Hell, probably on Mars. Let me tell y'all something. This ain't funny. This ain't fucking cool. I know you get paid and peddled to push this bullshit. Call everybody on the right Yahtzees whenever you can. Y'all do it to Trump. You done it to Lindsey Graham. And I guess since it's a billionaire with a disability, it's okay. This is a dude with Asperger's. The man is acoustic. You get that. But yet your side has spent a whole day bullying somebody with a disability while refusing to educate yourself. Well, how mighty liberal of y'all. I'm fucking tired of it. Why don't you show the whole clip?
But there are elections that come and go. Some elections are, you know, important, some are not. But this one, this one really mattered. And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you. My heart goes out to you. it is thanks to you.
It looks like he just put his hand on his chest and threw his heart out to everybody. He must be one of them nice Yahtzees. To somebody that's not autistic, that probably looks strange. Something you and your liberal friends clearly don't know shit about. And yeah, it is strange, but that don't make a man a Yahtzee. The man is eccentric and he's always been eccentric. A common characteristic with people with Asperger's. Did you talk about the rest of his actions that day? Everything he did was eccentric. From his eyes rolling back in his head, to being inappropriately giddy, to jumping around awkwardly.
This is what victory feels like.
We all get it, guys. The dude does some awkward shit. That's fucking part of it. There is dozens of actions where this dude was stemming today from being overstimulated. The fact that you are paid to push this kind of bullshit over somebody with a known public disability, it's fucking disgusting. You can have your freedom of speech, I'll have mine, but y'all are fucking gross. This was an innocent fucking gesture and you all fucking know it. It's fucking pathetic. And that's fucking on period.
Shout outs to Saz Whole Hitman. To be honest, this is my first time ever hearing of stemming. Salutes to all the autistic people out there.
I want to address what's being said about Elon Musk right now, okay? Elon Musk is autistic. How do I know? Because I'm autistic. I understand exactly what was happening in both instances that's circulating the internet right now, okay? And I'm going to demonstrate. Well, I'm going to demonstrate one of them. The first one, obviously, this right here, y'all, he was overstimulated completely. And he was just trying to say, my heart goes out to you and send his love out into the audience. Because he is autistic and was so overstimulated in such a huge crowd, that move was so over exaggerated, just trying to get out some of that energy that, okay, he did not mean anything by that. I promise you, he did not do America is fine. He didn't do what y'all thought he did. The second thing is I'm seeing all these videos of his eyes, okay? He is stimming. He's overstimulated again, and he's stimming. How do I know? Because I stim with my eyes. Watch. I try not to do that in public. I try to only do that at home. It's embarrassing. I'm sure that is what he was doing. Okay? Chill, please.
Shout out to Chuka00 explaining what it's like to be autistic. It's definitely something that needs to be taken into consideration. You know, we all have weaknesses, even if we're worth $1 billion. Coming from a point of view of overstimulation, I absolutely see where she's coming from.
This one really mattered. And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
That was weird as shit. Yeah. Yo, that motherfucker just did that.
Lots of people were shocked to see Elon Musk do a hand gesture that looked a lot like a salute at Trump's inauguration. Let's see what people here in Germany think of it.
No,
I'm just like freezing. I can't believe that that's really happening. I can't imagine what it's gonna be like the next 4 years if this is just the beginning.
If he would be doing this in Germany, he would be arrested on the spot. I know some people might come with the excuse that he is autistic, and as someone who is autistic myself, this is not an excuse. I would never do this gesture.
We had this and we don't need this, and now we have to do some things that this won't escalate.
I don't really follow up on the internal things that's going on in the US, but let me say it like this, I'm not surprised.
America, really? You don't want that. Germany had it. Don't need to be repeated.
Elon Musk, who presents the Antichrist on the world stage. Why do I think it's Elon Musk? Well, there's two pieces of evidence. One, Elon Musk is inventing chips that go in people's brains. And I'm telling you, that is the behavior to look for when you're talking about the Antichrist. There's going to be a mark in everybody's head or on their hand. That's what they call the mark of the beast. And right now, Elon Musk has actually put a chip in somebody's brain and convinced them that they're healthier now. And I'm telling you, that is evil embodied. To lie to somebody that you can tell them, hey, put this chip in your brain and I'll help you. and he's going to convince millions of people to put that chip in their brain. Here's another piece of evidence. It says in Revelation, the false prophet will deceive with fire from the sky. And so Elon Musk has this space program called SpaceX, and let me tell you, he ain't been past the firmament. No man has ever been past the firmament. He has not been in space. He has not put a rocket on Mars. He's one of the greatest scammers that humanity's ever seen. And I'm telling you right now, he sounds like the false prophet, and the false prophet is going to present the Antichrist.
And that's a wrap. Hope you enjoyed tonight's rabbit hole. If you enjoyed this video, why don't you check out this one right here. Thanks again. Till next time.